Hey everybody, is it recording? I hope it's recording. We are doing, I think I have my screen upside down. Let's see. No, it's not, I guess. We are going to can some corned beef hash. So what I'm going to do first is boil the corned beef for a little bit because I want to get some of the shrinkage out of the corned beef. As you know, it shrinks quite a bit. And then while this is cooking, I'm going to small dice some potatoes. And my goal is to make this more like the canned corned beef, which I actually like. So yeah, get that started, put it in some boiling water, or some water, bring it to a boil. Let it get some shrinkage out of there. I'm going to start the potatoes and then I'll be back. So I thought I would show you how I'm cutting the potatoes. You want to carefully cut one side so you have a flat end. And I am doing them small cubes. So small dice. And that'll just give you a stable potato so you don't hurt yourself. And I hope you can hear me over the machines. I've got everything running today. I got a new washer and I got a new couch in Love Seat. So I bought covers for those because I don't want my dogs to muck them up. So I'm just washing everything. So that's all you do. I think I'm stress canning right now. I know a lot of people say don't worry, they're calling this the flu. It's not the flu. For those of you that don't know, I've been a cancer patient for many years and I suffered some heart issues from treatment. St. Patrick's Day, I will officially be in remission. So I'm a bit terrified because I didn't go through all that to be taken out by a virus. And what concerns me is there's so much hatefulness going on with people and politicizing this and saying it's just the flu, don't fearmonger. You know, and for a lot of people, yeah, you'll come out of it fine, but for a lot of other people, they won't. And don't be one of those people that infects somebody you care about and you learn that way that no, not everybody comes out of this okay. And even if you are one of the recovered, keep in mind it's up to a 6-week hospital stay, and being on a ventilator, believe me, is not pleasant. It is not pleasant. And nobody knows the long-term effects of your lung situation if you do get this and get sick. So I'm just stressed. I'm just seeing too many people being mean and calling people being cautious fear mongers, and there's just no need for all that. It's time for everybody to come together. If the illness doesn't affect you on that level, it's going to affect you financially. So you might want to quit giving your money to YouTubers. Just my opinion. You have the extra to support another household, go for it. But so that's how I've done my potatoes, and I have them sitting here in a bowl of cold water. And I've done, how big is this bag? What's the poundage here? Where's the poundage? Oh, 15 pounds. And I'll probably do this one potato. So I've done 7.5 pounds maybe of potatoes after I do this one. And if you wanted to, when you remove your potatoes from this water, don't drain the water. Use a spider or something, get the potatoes out, rinse them, and then let that water settle. And the potato starch will go to the bottom of the bowl, and then slowly pour the water out. It will oxidize, so it'll change color. You know how potatoes do. Remove all that water, and then you can use a paper towel to absorb around the edges, and just lay that on a parchment paper or something like that. You don't have to dehydrate it, and just let it dry, and you've got homemade potato starch. So when you're working with a lot of potatoes, that is an option. You can make some potato starch at home. So I'll show you there's our corned beef. It has shrank by about half. So I'm going to turn that off and let it set. And I think I'm also stressed because we've started remodeling, so I have no kitchen floor. I got that last layer of flooring up. So I've just been working overtime to get the house back in order. I'm certainly not going to have people coming in and working on remodeling. So anyways, that's just my little I'm stressed kind of moment, but I am going to turn that off. Now you'll want to save that broth because we're going to use it in the hash. We're not going to completely, how would I put it, cover it in fluid. We're just going to add enough to moisten it because I don't want it packed basically in water. Like I said, I'm doing the canned version as close as I can get anyways, and that will also stretch out your corned beef, so it'll make your corned beef go a lot further and still taste really good. So I'm gonna let this cool down a bit so I can handle it, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how you can process the meat. Okay everybody, so here's our corned beef, and I saved the broth. Should have got these things take this one. Now you can put it in your food processor as well, and I'll see how tedious this is before I decide if I'm going to do that. You want to chop it up, and I have my potatoes there. As you can see, they're all diced up and ready to go. I may run this through the food processor, and mind you, this is not fully cooked, so don't be taking samples. I just wanted to get some of the shrinkage out of it. And I would do that if you're just canning the corned beef by itself. I would parboil it just to start the shrinking. Otherwise, when you put it in your jar, after you process it, excuse me, I don't have the corona. Your jars will be you know, there won't be so packed if you don't shrink it. And these are just trial and error things over the years. So, as you can see, I'm just chopping it up. You can put it in the food processor and do it that way. I think it'll be a lot faster, so I'm probably going to do that. Okay, so I got all that chopped up, and it was easier in the food processor because it's not tender. Like I said, it's just been parboiled. So I'm going to start mixing the potatoes in. And this is just really going to stretch your corned beef for your hash. And like I said, I wanted it more like the stuff in the can. You can cube it. You can add onion. You can add anything you want. Cut it any size you want. You can make the potatoes bigger. You can have a lot of potato, a little potato. Let's see if I can stir this up. And if you have a big chunk in there, somebody will just might get a treat. I'm just making a mess. I'm so tired. I'm just ready to be done today. It was hot. It was 77 degrees today. And then tomorrow the storms are moving in. I guess those are coming in from the west. The far west, since we're technically the southwest. A lot of people think Oklahoma and Texas are the south, but they're actually the southwest. The south is Georgia, Alabama, the deep south. Okay, so I'm going to load these up and we're going to pack them. See if this works. Want 1 inch of headspace. All my area is clean and sanitized. Of course, I'm really not worried about corona in my house except for my husband, and we do our best to sanitize him. And I guess the colonels and generals are meeting at the base to find out what they're going to do about keeping it open or what. I'm going to assume only essential personnel. Non-essential will probably not be working. That's what I'm figuring. So I put some of that broth in there. And we're just going to do the same thing. I don't know why I'm using that. That's my broth thing. See, I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. Been a long day. Putting new toilet seats in the bathroom. Bathrooms. Gave doggy baths. My schnauzer had a stroke last night, so that's been stressful. It's too much happening. And can somebody explain the toilet paper thing? People do know we make toilet paper here, right? We're not going to run out of toilet paper. It's like milk and bread for snow and toilet paper for a pandemic. I have no idea what this is going to lead to. I really don't. A lot of people don't think we'll have to stay in, like China and Italy, so I don't know. I have no idea. I'm staying in. All these young folks mad about it are the ones that are going to make us sick. Me, people like me. I'm not willing to chance seeing if my heart failure holds up or not. That's just not my idea of a good experiment. Hell, for all we know, we all have it. I don't know. I don't know. Spreads awfully easy for a lot of people to not have it. You need to assume you've been in contact with people that have had it. If you've been in public, going around your kids at school, a lot of kids have it. I'm of the opinion kids are the transmitters at this point. So just keep that in mind. But you probably already had contact. I've been going out in a mask and gloves for about a month now. I don't care if people look at me funny. Okay. Okay. My back is just, it says it's done for today. I will probably put the rest of this in the refrigerator and finish it in the big canner tomorrow. But I wanted to get this video done and out. Need to get some vinegar to wipe my rims. This is one of my favorite things. Corned beef hash and eggs. We actually had it for dinner. The canned kind. Store canned kind. And I love it. So pack your jars. Add some of your liquid. Do the pokey wokey. Get your vinegar. Your rag. And you can do like me and spill it. That's some of the rubber from a jar. I've had some jars that are so hard to open. wish my ball lids would close like that. Wipe them down well so you get a seal. Vinegar's the best thing for grease. Same with your laundry. And my counter will be degreased here in a minute because I got vinegar all over it. Okay. Put our lids. I know a lot of you have canned when you're tired, haven't you? My back is on fire. Okay. Put these in the canner. These are going to process. Pints are 75 minutes. Quarts are 90. Four cups of water in your carry canner. So, for the carry canner, you want to have this on exhaust. Do you see that? That's on exhaust. You want to plug it in. And then I'll show you my concrete floor. Push high and the time. 75 minutes. I really try not to do that because I had a guy comment about not holding the button, but I don't get it accurate. And then push start. Now, this is going to go, this here will go to E10 and it will beep. And you're going to turn this to airtight. This will be turned to airtight. So that's how you do the carry. So, oh, I just zoomed in somehow. Now I'm going to have to figure out how to unzoom. Oops. Okay, I'll be back. Okay. Done with this first batch. I've been sneezing. We have that green fuzzy stuff on the trees now. So there is our corned beef. It's hot in there. Can you hear the jars bubbling? So there we go. So there we have it. I have my camera all discombobulated. So, okay, there they are. Can you see them? Let's see. I'm gonna have to fix my tripod. I'm a hot mess. So, there's our corned beef hash. And if you have any questions, post them down below. And I'm sorry this wasn't the most cohesive or smooth video, but I'm tired today. I've done a lot. So if you have any questions, post them down below. And if you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.